Hello everyone, this is your friend Naruto Fix, and we are back with another epic What If Naruto fanfic. Which is, what if Naruto traveled back in time to save the 4th Hokage? If you love Naruto fanfics, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the journey with me. So, let's start the fanfic. The battlefield was dying, the world was dying. Naruto Uzumaki, scorched, broken, his cloak of Kurama's chakra flickering like a dying ember, staggered across the ruins of the 4th Great Ninja War. Madara's infinite Tsukuyomi roots had spread across nations like a world-spanning cage, and the last survivors fought with desperation rather than hope. Sasuke lay unconscious behind him. Kakashi could barely move. Sakura's chakra was nearly gone. And Naruto himself, he knew he had only minutes left. Madara hovered in the sky, the final glow of the god tree illuminating him like a cold deity. Naruto looked up, fists clenched. If only my dad were here, if Minato-sensei had lived, everything would be different. Kurama's voice rumbled inside him, weaker than ever. Naruto, there is one thing I never told you. Naruto blinked. Kurama didn't hide things. Kurama never hid important things. But now the fox's tone was strange, old, heavy, reluctant. The Sage of 6 Paths, he left me with a final power sealed behind your life force. A power meant only for the moment when the world approaches true extinction. Naruto frowned. Kurama, what are you talking about? Time. The world froze. Naruto's breath hitched. Time. You can't mean. A one-way jump. A tear in fate. A chance to return to a moment where the future can be rewritten. Naruto's heart pounded violently. A chance to save them. A chance to stop Madara. A chance to save Jiraiya. Kakashi's father, Neji, the entire world, and Minato Namikaze, his father. Kurama's voice growled softly. You can go back, brat. But only once. And not as a ghost. Your body, your chakra, everything will be thrown back violently. You'll lose power. You'll lose forms. You won't be the same. Naruto whispered, will I remember? Yes. Everything inside Naruto clenched. The world crumbled around him. Madara raised his hand for the killing blow. Sasuke's fingers twitched helplessly. Naruto looked up. He smiled, soft, determined, heartbreaking. Kurama, do it. The fox's chakra roared. Space warped. Time cracked. Madara's jutsu shattered like glass. Naruto. He heard Sakura scream. He heard Sasuke's voice echo faintly. And then, light consumed everything. A new beginning. Naruto's eyes snapped open. He inhaled sharply. It wasn't death. It wasn't the battlefield. He was small. He looked at his hands. Tiny fingers. Tiny arms. A small body. He was a child, no older than 4 years old. His chakra felt strange and unstable, like a raging river forced into a narrow pipe. Kurama's voice echoed inside him, exhausted. We made it, but I had to suppress nearly all your power so you wouldn't explode. You're basically starting from zero. Naruto stood, trembling. He recognized the place instantly. Konoha, whole, vibrant, alive. Villagers walked past him. Children laughed. Birds chirped atop rooftops. The village wasn't ruined. No war, no destruction. Naruto staggered forward, heart pounding like a drum. And then he heard a voice. A familiar voice. A voice he had known only through memories. Is that a lost kid? Naruto froze, turned, and saw Minato Namikaze. Alive, young, strong. The yellow hair glowing in the sunlight like a halo. A kind smile. Warm eyes. His father. Alive, breathing, standing right in front of him. Naruto's breath broke. His vision blurred with tears that instantly rolled down his cheeks. Minato's expression softened. He knelt in front of the child version of Naruto. Hey, little guy, are you alright? Naruto's throat closed. He couldn't breathe. He couldn't speak. His father touched his shoulder gently. It's okay. You're safe. The words Naruto had waited his whole life to hear. Words he thought he would never hear again. Naruto collapsed forward and clutched Minato's vest with his tiny shaking arms. Dad. His voice broke painfully. Dad, I'm sorry, I couldn't save you, I couldn't save anyone. Minato stiffened, completely shocked. He placed his hands on Naruto's shoulders gently. What did you say? Naruto looked up, tears streaming down his small face. I'm your son. I'm Naruto Uzumaki, and I came back to save you. Minato's breath caught. The world seemed to stop. And then, masked Anbu appeared instantly around Minato, sensing strange chakra around the child. Minato raised a hand. Stand down. His blue eyes stayed locked on Naruto's, filled with disbelief, confusion, and an instinctive bond he didn't understand yet. But one thing was certain. Minato felt something. A connection. A pull. Naruto, he whispered like the name was familiar to his soul. Come with me. He lifted the child gently into his arms. Naruto's head resting against Minato's chest for the first time in his life. Naruto cried silently. He had a second chance. A chance to rewrite fate. A chance to save everything that was lost. And tonight, Naruto Uzumaki would begin the impossible. Saving the fourth Hokage, and reshaping the destiny of the entire world. Naruto didn't sleep that night. How could he? He lay on a soft mattress inside the Hokage residence, warm sheets, a gentle lamp, quiet corridors, and yet his mind churned like a storm. He was back. He was a child. Minato was alive. Konoha was at peace. Nothing was destroyed. No one was dead. It felt like a miracle wrapped in a nightmare of responsibility. Naruto pressed his small hand against his face. He still couldn't believe the feeling of Minato's arms around him, the calm heartbeat, the warmth he had low. NGED for his entire life. He finally had his father back. But it came with a price. You don't have the luxury to break down, Naruto. Kurama's voice echoed, quieter than usual. You have a mission. A real one. Quote, Naruto nodded. I know. I just don't know how to start. Because how do you protect someone you barely had a chance to know? How do you change a future that's already drenched in tragedy? He knew three things for certain. 1. The Nine Tails attack was coming soon. 2. Minato and Kushina would die if history followed the same path. 3. He was the only one who could stop it. Naruto grit his teeth. He wouldn't let his parents die again. Not this time. The next morning, the first test. Naruto was eating slowly when Minato entered the room, Hokage Haori flowing behind him. He looked tired yet calm, as if he'd stayed awake trying to understand the child who called him, Dad, with tears in his eyes. Good morning, Minato said gently. Naruto looked up, heart squeezing. Morning. Minato sat across from him. No guards, no Anbu, just them. About yesterday, Minato began carefully, you said you were my son. Quote, Naruto swallowed. Yeah, and that you came back to save me. Naruto nodded again. Minato exhaled. He didn't look angry. He didn't look scared. He looked sad and curious. Can I ask, how far did you come from? Quote, Naruto's fingers tightened around his bowl. A future where you're not there anymore. Minato froze. The air changed. Naruto continued, voice trembling. You died protecting the village. Protecting Mom. Protecting me. Minato's heart dropped. Naruto, who is your mother? Naruto hesitated, but he remembered something. Jiraiya's words. Minato is smart enough to see truth, but kind enough to wait for it. Quote, so Naruto lifted his gaze and whispered. Kushina Uzumaki. Silence. Absolute silence. Minato closed his eyes, only for a moment. But in that moment his entire soul trembled. His hand moved unconsciously to his chest. A small smile, broken, stunned, appeared. Kushina, he murmured softly. That means, you're really. Naruto nodded again. I'm your son. Minato's eyes softened in a way Naruto had never seen. Not on any picture. Not in any flashback. Not even during his brief meeting during the war. This was Minato Namikaze as a father. Not a hero. Not a Hokage. Just a man whose heart had been struck with truth. Minato stood up, walked around the table, and knelt beside Naruto. He placed a gentle hand on his hair. Thank you for telling me. His voice shook ever so slightly. Naruto felt warmth blossom in his chest. But before emotions could overflow, boom, a sudden wave of chakra rippled through the air. Both of them instantly felt it. Minato stood up like lightning. Naruto's eyes widened. This chakra. Masked. Twisted. Familiar. Kurama growled inside him. It's him. The herald of disaster. The man who would unleash the nine tails. Obito. Still alive. Still wearing the mask. Still planning the same night of destruction. Minato sensed Naruto's tension. You felt it too. Naruto nodded quickly. Yes. And he's dangerous. Really dangerous. Quote. Minato didn't question how a 4-year-old knew that. Not anymore. The first threat, Anbu encounter. 2 Anbu appeared instantly. Hokage-sama. Unknown chakra detected near the western training fields. Quote. Minato's eyes hardened. I'll investigate personally. He turned to Naruto. Stay close to me. Don't leave my sight. Naruto blinked. What? But. Minato lifted him into his arms. Someone is searching for you. Quote. Naruto's stomach twisted. He knew who. Obito had likely sensed Kurama's chakra even in its sealed state. Minato blurred out of the room in a flash of yellow. Naruto clung to him tightly, tiny fingers gripping the Hokage cloak. Minutes later, they reached the training field. Cold wind rustled the grass. Birds fled the treetops. An oppressive silence filled the air. Minato set Naruto down gently. A kunai appeared in his hand. Naruto whispered, "He's here." Minato nodded once. Then, a masked figure stepped out of the shadows. Black cloak, orange mask with a single eye hole. A spiraling pattern. Obito's voice echoed deep and distorted. Well, this is unexpected. Minato moved instantly, placing Naruto behind him. His killing intent rose like a blade. Who are you? Minato demanded. Obito tilted his head. You don't need to know that. Quote. He pointed at Naruto. I've come for the boy. Minato's entire chakra flared. Naruto isn't going anywhere. Naruto stepped forward, small but fearless. You won't touch him, he growled. Obito paused. Oh, interesting. His eye focused sharply on Naruto. That gaze, that chakra, you're not an ordinary brat. You feel like someone who doesn't belong in this time. Minato's eyes widened. Naruto clenched his teeth, but Obito continued calmly. Well, no matter. I came here to test something. He extended a hand. A strange, spiraling space began to distort around Naruto. Minato reacted instantly. Yellow flash, teleportation, kunai slash, blazing speed. But Obito phased through it. As always. Then Obito murmured, I see. This boy, he may become a problem. Naruto shouted. You already failed once. You won't get another chance. Obito stopped. That statement hit him hard. Failed. His voice grew lower. What do you know, child? Naruto's eyes hardened. I know who you are. Obito froze. Minato stared at Naruto in confusion. Naruto didn't stop. I know what you did to Kakashi. To Rin. To the village. And I know what you're planning. Obito trembled ever so slightly. You shouldn't know that name. Naruto didn't blink. You're not taking my father again. Obito's chakra spiked, volatile and destabilized. Emotion, raw and violent, burst out of him. You know nothing about me. Minato whispered. Obito. But before Minato could question further, Obito dissolved into space, vanishing completely. The threat retreated, for now. But the silence that followed felt heavy. Too heavy. Minato turned to Naruto slowly. His face was serious, determined. Naruto. He knelt in front of him. Our time together is going to change the world, isn't it? Quote. Naruto nodded. I'm here to save you. And Mom. And the whole village. Minato smiled sadly, but with pride hidden beneath. Then let's begin. He lifted Naruto into his arms again, warm, secure, protective. This time, no one will die. Naruto rested his head against Minato's shoulder. A new future was forming. A future rewritten by a child who carried the memories of a destroyed world. And the man he came to save would soon become the sharpest weapon against fate itself. The day Naruto changed the future. Minato carried Naruto back to the Hokage residence, but this time, he wasn't calm. He wasn't composed. He wasn't the quiet, gentle prodigy the world knew. He was a father who had just seen a masked man reach toward his child. Naruto could feel the tremor beneath Minato's skin, a tension that wasn't fear, but something even deeper. Rage. Not violent rage, not loud rage, a quiet, controlled fury that burned hotter than fire. The kind only a parent could feel. Minato didn't speak until the door to his office closed behind them and seals activated, making the room completely private. Then he turned to Naruto. And for the first time, he didn't look confused, or overwhelmed, or cautious. He looked deadly serious. Naruto, I need you to tell me everything. Naruto swallowed. Minato wasn't asking as Hokage. He wasn't demanding as a shinobi. He was pleading as a father. And Naruto couldn't hold back anymore. He sat down on the floor. Minato knelt across from him. Naruto took a breath, and the truth began. Naruto tells him the future. I come from a world where Mom died giving birth to me, and you died sealing the 9 tails into me. Minato stiffened, but he didn't interrupt. Naruto continued, voice trembling. A masked man attacked the village. He released Kurama. You and Mom fought him. You saved everyone. But, you both died. Minato closed his eyes. Pain flickered through them, but also admiration, pride, heartbreak. Naruto clenched his fists. I grew up alone. No parents. No one told me who I was. I didn't even know why villagers hated me. Minato exhaled sharply. That hurt him more than anything. No child should go through that, he whispered. Naruto looked away. I became a ninja, and I worked hard, but everything was a mess. The Akatsuki hunted me. Obito controlled everything from the shadows. The 4th Great Ninja War happened. You were revived later, but only for a short time. Quote, Minato's expression twisted, painful, conflicted, humbled, proud. Naruto's voice cracked. I finally met you, but I never got to call you, Dad, for real. I never got to grow up with you. I never got to save you. Quote, Minato placed a hand on Naruto's shoulder, gentle but firm. But you're here now. His voice was soft, warm, absolute. And this time, we will change things together. Naruto looked up, eyes wide. Minato smiled, small, but real. I won't let fate steal our future twice. The new plan, a father and son alliance. Naruto wiped his eyes. Minato spoke calmly, but his eyes glowed with determination. We need to prepare. That masked man, Obito, he will attack again. Naruto nodded. Minato paced slowly. First, we need to increase security around Kushina. Naruto hesitated. He'd been avoiding this part. Dad, Mom is pregnant. Minato froze. And then, he laughed quietly. Of course she is. That's why the masked man wants her. That's why you're small again. Naruto blushed a little but nodded. Minato closed his eyes, thinking hard. We have 3 immediate objectives. 1. Strengthen Kushina's seals. 2. Strengthen the village's defenses. 3. Train you without revealing your identity. Naruto frowned. Train me. Minato knelt down. You said you're a trained shinobi already. Show me. Naruto stood up. He placed his hands together, inhaled, and created 5 clones instantly. Minato's jaw dropped. That technique, but the chakra output, this is Jonin level. Quote, Naruto smiled faintly. And that's not all. He focused more. Boom. His chakra flared golden. Not full QB mode. Not too much. Just enough to shake the entire room. Minato stumbled back, horrified and amazed. That's Kurama's chakra. Naruto, how can you? Naruto shrugged. I trained with Killer Bee. I fought Akatsuki. I fought Obito. I fought Madara. I fought a lot. Minato stared at his son with a mixture of awe and heartbreak. You've been through more war than adults ever experience. Naruto nodded silently. Minato gently lifted Naruto's chin so their eyes met. But you won't fight alone this time. Naruto felt something warm crack inside him. A wound he'd carried for years. He whispered, promise. Minato smiled. A real, fatherly smile. I promise. As your father. As Hokage. As Minato Namikaze. Kushina enters, the mother he never had. Before Naruto could respond, the door burst open. A furious red-haired whirlwind stormed in. Minato, why did Anbu tell me? She stopped. She saw Naruto. Naruto saw her. Kushina Uzumaki. Alive. Glowing. Beautiful. Fierce. Naruto's breath caught. He felt his legs weaken. Kushina. He whispered. Kushina blinked. Minato sighed. Kushina, there's something you need to. But Naruto didn't wait. He ran. He ran straight into her arms. Kushina stumbled, surprised. Naruto buried his face against her. His voice broke into a sob. Mom. Kushina froze. Minato held his breath. Naruto shivered. I finally get to see you. Kushina's eyes widened, then softened, then filled with tears. Slowly, gently, she wrapped her arms around him. Warm, strong, tender. Shush, it's okay, child, she whispered instinctively. I don't know what's going on, but it's okay. Naruto cried harder. Years of loneliness poured out of him. Kushina rubbed his back soothingly. Her motherly instincts awakened instantly. Minato approached her and whispered softly in her ear. Kushina listened. Then she looked at Naruto again. This time with complete understanding. No disbelief, no shock, just pure, overwhelming love. She knelt down, cupped Naruto's face, and whispered, "Welcome home, Naruto." Naruto broke completely. The future begins to shift. Kurama spoke softly inside Naruto. You changed the timeline the moment you hugged her. Naruto sniffed. Do you think we can save them this time? Quote. Kurama grunted. With this Minato, with this Kushina, with a future trained you. Hell yes we can. Naruto wiped his eyes. Minato and Kushina stood on either side of him. We're together now, Minato said. And nobody, Kushina added, is taking our family away. Naruto smiled, small, shaky, but real. The future was changing. For the first time, Naruto wasn't alone. This time, he had two of the strongest shinobi in history standing behind him. And this time, the fourth Hokage would not fall. Kushina would not die. The village would not burn. Naruto would rewrite destiny itself. If you want, I will continue the rest of part 1, massive continuation, 5k plus words, including Kushina discovering Naruto's future, Minato beginning secret training with him, Naruto warning him about Danzo, Obito, and the Uchiha massacre. The masked man's next move. Anbu noticing Naruto's strange power. Kurama reacting to seeing a live Kushina. Naruto slowly rebuilding a family he never had. Naruto sat between Minato and Kushina as the last traces of emotion settled in the room. He could still feel Kushina's warmth on his back, her hand gently brushing his hair as if afraid he'd vanish again. Minato hadn't sat down at all, he was pacing, thinking, calculating like a Hokage who suddenly had 10 years of information dumped on him. But one thing was clear in the air. Naruto was no longer a secret. He was their son, and this time, they weren't letting him suffer again. The reality of the future. Minato learns everything. All right, Naruto. Minato inhaled deeply. Tell us more. Everything. No matter how painful. Quote. Naruto nodded. He looked at Kushina, her soft red hair, her fierce eyes, her protective aura. His throat tightened. He didn't want to hurt her. But she placed a hand on his cheek. Tell us, she whispered. We can handle it. Naruto closed his eyes, and the truth spilled out like a bursting dam. The night I was born, the masked man appeared. He controlled the 9 tails. He attacked you both. He killed Anbu. He destroyed half the village. Kushina's face hardened, but her arms tightened around Naruto protectively. Minato went still. And you two fought him, but you both. Naruto swallowed. Mom died, and you sealed Kurama in me. And you died too. Silence hit the room like a hammer. Minato closed his eyes. Kushina's shoulders trembled. But Naruto continued, voice cracking. I grew up alone. People hated me. I didn't know why. Nobody told me anything. Kushina felt something snap inside her. Her chakra spiked. Her red hair floated. Her eyes burned. They made my baby suffer, alone. She whispered, voice trembling with rage. Naruto nodded silently. Minato placed a hand over hers. Kushina, not now. Right now he needs us calm. Kushina breathed heavily, then forced herself to steady. But her voice stayed cold. After this timeline is fixed, Minato, we're going to have a very long conversation with the elders. Quote, Minato didn't argue. Naruto continued. The Akatsuki hunted me for Kurama. I fought battles you can't imagine. Orochimaru tried to kill me. Pain destroyed the whole village. Danzo tried to control everything. Obito had been pulling strings the entire time. Minato clenched his jaw so hard it hurt. And I eventually became Hokage. I saved the world. Kushina's eyes widened with pride. Minato's lips curled into the softest smile. But Naruto lowered his head. But even after saving everyone, I still didn't have you. That line broke both of them. Kushina pulled him into a tight embrace. Minato rested his hand on Naruto's head, gentle and warm. Kushina whispered, you have us now, and nobody will take us away this time. Minato added softly, and we will make sure you never feel alone again. Naruto couldn't stop the tears that fell. Minato changes the Hokage's priorities. The atmosphere shifted. Minato straightened up, Hokage mode activated. Naruto, this future version of you is strong. But you're in a smaller body now. We need to rebuild your strength. Your chakra. Your control. Naruto nodded. Kushina raised a brow. A child with future memories, this is going to be complicated. Minato smiled wryly. But he's still our child. He looked at Naruto firmly. We start preparing tonight. Naruto blinked. Preparing? How? Minato snapped his fingers. The room glowed blue. Dozens of flying Raijin kunai materialized from a seal hidden under the floor. Naruto's eyes widened. Minato smirked. If we're going to change the future, then we start by preparing you for the masked man. Naruto felt excitement spark inside him. Dad, you're gonna teach me flying Raijin. Minato laughed softly. Teach you? Naruto, I'm going to engrave it into your soul. Even Kurama rumbled in approval. This Minato is dangerous. Good. Kushina's turn, the mother trainer. Kushina cracked her knuckles. Minato will handle your speed. I will handle your chakra. Naruto swallowed nervously. Oh boy. Kushina smirked dangerously. Don't worry. Mom's training is just intense. Naruto's face turned pale. Minato nodded. She was Jinchuriki before you. She knows how to manage Kurama's chakra far better than anyone. Kurama grunted loudly. I remember her chains. Annoying woman. Naruto mentally elbowed him. But Kushina felt it. Her eyes narrowed. Kurama, is that you in there? She walked toward Naruto slowly. Naruto panicked. Mom, wait. Kushina poked Naruto's stomach sharply. Kurama felt it. OW. Woman. Quote. Kushina smirked. Oh yeah, it's him. Naruto burst out laughing as Kurama grumbled in humiliation. Minato pinched the bridge of his nose. He had forgotten how chaotic his family really was. The night strategy meeting. As night settled over Konoha, Minato turned serious again. We need to prepare for two things immediately. 1. Obito's next move. 2. Danzo's interference. Naruto stiffened. Minato noticed. You mentioned Danzo targeting you, what exactly did he do? Naruto looked away. He wanted to control me. Use me. I was a weapon to him. Minato's expression darkened. The air felt colder. Then I will deal with Danzo personally. Kushina added. And if he touches Naruto even once, I'll bury root underground myself. Naruto gulped. Kurama smirked. Your parents are terrifying. I like them. Quote. The first test, Naruto vs Minato. Minato stood in the courtyard behind the Hokage residence. The moon shone brightly overhead. He raised a special kunai. Let's test your reflexes, Naruto. Naruto grinned and entered a stance. Don't hold back. Minato smiled softly. As you wish. He flickered. Naruto blinked. Flash. Minato appeared behind him instantly. Naruto leaped forward. Flash. Minato appeared to the right. Naruto spun. Flash. Minato appeared in front. Naruto grinned. Not this time. He created two clones. One grabbed the kunai in the dirt. One timed Minato's movement. Naruto kicked hard. Minato caught the kick inches from his face. And smiled proudly. You predicted the flying Raijin landing point. That alone proves you're not a normal child. Naruto beamed. Kushina clapped loudly. My baby's a genius. Naruto blushed. Minato laughed softly. You did well, but next time, I'll go faster. Naruto nodded eagerly. Bring it on, Dad. It was the first time he ever said it so naturally. Minato froze for a split second. Then smiled warmly. Even Kushina noticed the slight shimmer in his eyes. The real threat, Obito makes his move. Far outside Konoha, in a dark cave, white eyes blinked. Zetsu stood over a swirling vortex of black and purple chakra. He's returned, Zetsu hissed. He's changed the timeline. Obito's masked face emerged from the shadows. Naruto Uzumaki. Zetsu smirked. This time, he isn't helpless. Obito's Sharingan spun slowly. That doesn't matter. His chakra darkened. I will correct destiny myself. A vortex opened behind him. He stepped inside. Prepare, Minato. This time, I'm coming for you first. If you want, I will continue part 1 with Obito infiltrating Konoha earlier, Minato preparing ambush squads, Naruto awakening part of 6 parts power early, Kushina confronting Kurama emotionally, Danzo discovering Naruto's future power, Minato beginning secret father-son flying Raijin training, the timeline splitting into 2 fates. Naruto had traveled back in time once before, but never like this. The seal Minato had placed on him at birth had always carried mysteries. Even after mastering Sage Mode, even after taming Kurama, even after the 4th Great Ninja War, there were still pieces of it he didn't understand. But he never imagined the seal had a dormant time-space trigger, one meant to activate only if the world reached a point beyond saving. And now he stood in the middle of a storm of golden chakra, his own, and a spiraling void that tore the sky open. Kurama's voice echoed through the collapsing world. Brat, this is your last shot. This timeline is done, but the seal, your father left something for you. A failsafe, you can go back. Naruto's fists clenched as broken earth swallowed the remains of Konoha. Everyone was gone. Sasuke, Sakura, Kakashi, Hinata, Boruto, Kawaki, even Kurama's chakra burned like dying embers. He screamed through the chaos. If there's even one chance, send me back. The world shattered. When he opened his eyes again, he was 5 years old. Not in ruins, not surrounded by corpses, not drowning in regret. He was standing barefoot in the cold hallway outside the orphanage, wearing the oversized white shirt he remembered from childhood. The moon was full, the village was quiet, and the chakra in his gut felt untouched, sealed tightly, just like the old days. But his mind was still 19 years old, sharper, scarred, tempered by war. And Kurama was silent, not gone, just sealed, exactly how he had been at the start of Naruto's life. Naruto inhaled deeply, feeling the difference. His senses were hyperfocused. He could perceive chakra networks through instinct alone. His body was tiny but responsive. His chakra coils were small but insanely elastic, thanks to the remnants of adult memories guiding him. His adult self's experience fit inside this tiny body like a kunai shoved into a child's toy box. Naruto raised his small hand and whispered, "So, this is the second chance you gave me, Dad." And he meant it. The first move, finding him. Naruto knew one thing immediately. He couldn't wait. He couldn't grow up normally. He couldn't risk the Uchiha massacre, Obito's manipulation, Orochimaru's experiments, Pain's slaughter, Madara's resurrection. None of it could happen. And it began with one person. Minato Namikaze. His father. The man whose death shaped everything. And right now, Minato was alive somewhere in this village. Breathing, smiling, working late nights as Hokage. Probably holding newborn mission reports while absent-mindedly worrying about Konoha's future. Naruto felt an ache in his chest, an ache he hadn't felt since he had said goodbye to Minato during the war. He sprinted toward the Hokage tower. Guards, paperwork, and a tiny monster. He arrived breathless, the guards staring at him with confusion. "Hey, kid, shouldn't you be in bed?" Naruto bowed deeply, not the clumsy bow of a child. A perfect, formal shinobi bow. I need to see the Hokage. It's an emergency. The guards blinked. What kind of emergency could a 5-year-old have? Quote, Naruto looked straight into their eyes, voice steady. The kind that decides Konoha's future. The guards exchanged a look. One actually snorted, but something about Naruto's tone, his posture, the maturity behind his eyes, it made him pause. Fine, we'll ask if he's available. As they turned, Naruto's heart pounded. He couldn't screw this up. If Minato saw him as a disturbance, he'd be dismissed. If he pushed too hard, he'd be thrown out. If he said too much, he'd be labeled unstable. He needed a strategy, a careful one Minato couldn't ignore, but then he felt something, a warm chakra signature approaching the hallway. Strong, golden, gentle, comfortable. Naruto's breath caught. He didn't need to look. He already knew. Minato walked out of the office, wearing the white and red Hokage cloak, holding a stack of mission scrolls. His face was calm but tired from late night work. His blue eyes softened when he saw the little blonde boy waiting. He smiled kindly. Hello there, what's your name? Naruto nearly broke. He bowed his head fast to hide the tears threatening to spill. Naruto Uzumaki, sir. Minato blinked, recognition flashing across his face. Of course he recognized the name. His son's name. The child he wasn't allowed to publicly acknowledge. Minato knelt so he was eye level. Is something wrong? Did someone hurt you? Naruto looked at him. Really looked. This wasn't the memory. This wasn't a ghost inside the seal. This wasn't a dying remnant on a battlefield. This was Minato, alive, real, warm, breathing, one touch away. Naruto swallowed hard. He knew the truth was dangerous. He knew revealing the future too fast could change everything in unpredictable ways. He knew Danzo, Root, and the elders might intervene if they sensed anything unusual. So he chose the one card no one could deny. The truth Minato would believe. Sir, I think someone is trying to tamper with my seal. Minato's expression vanished, replaced by shocked, professional alertness. He stood instantly. Guards, clear my schedule, and bring me Jiraiya. Then Minato turned knee level again, gently placing a warm hand on Naruto's shoulder. His voice was softer, almost trembling. Naruto, I'm going to help you. I promise. Naruto lowered his eyes so Minato couldn't see them fill. Thank you, Dad. Minato froze. Naruto realized he said it out loud. Minato's breath hitched. His hand shook. The guards looked confused, but Minato didn't care. He stared at Naruto with wide, stunned eyes, whispering, "What did you just call me?" Naruto looked up. Tears finally escaped. He whispered the only word he had waited a lifetime to say to a living Minato. "To-chan." The world seemed to stop. Minato's scrolls slipped from his hands and scattered over the floor. His face paled. His knees buckled. He reached forward as if afraid the boy in front of him was a mirage that would disappear. Naruto, how? Naruto didn't lie, but he didn't give everything. Because, you gave me one last chance to save everyone. Minato's eyes widened in a mixture of fear, hope, and confusion. And Naruto, his small fists clenched, spoke with the heavy certainty of a warrior who had lived through hell. I came back to fix everything, Dad. And it all starts with you. Naruto stood in the silent forest clearing, the faint glow of Minato's teleportation seal still shimmering beneath his sandals. The world around him felt heavier than the future he came from, like time itself resisted his presence. The air smelled cleaner, the chakra in the atmosphere more vibrant, yet the weight of what he intended to change pressed down on his lungs. Minato, alive, unaware, young, deadly skilled, had just walked away after their first true moment of connection, but Naruto couldn't move. Not yet, not with everything he had to fix. He took a slow breath and clenched his fists. I won't let you die this time, Dad. But as he turned back toward the path leading to Konoha, he felt it again, a faint ripple of chakra, familiar yet wrong. Something, or someone, had followed Minato the moment he left. Naruto's eyes narrowed. He dropped low, disappearing into the shadows with a blur of golden motion. His sensory ability, sharpened by years of war, exploded outward like a wave. There, a disturbed tree root, a shift in air pressure, A chakra signature masking itself too smoothly to be natural. Anbu. Root. Enemy spy. No, it was darker. Hungrier. Naruto sprinted silently through the tree line, branches snapping back behind him but never giving away his position. The chakra signature moved faster, closing in on Minato. Naruto's stomach tightened. No, not this early. Not before I can even explain anything. He surged forward, vaulting off a tree trunk and landing on a branch overlooking a narrow ravine. And he saw him. A man cloaked in black and red, too early for the Akatsuki pattern, but the same energy. A missing nin, masked, silent, his hand glowing with a foreign sealing technique Naruto had never seen. He was poised like a predator stalking its prey. Minato moved below, unaware, walking with that calm, focused stride Naruto had seen in recorded battles. Completely exposed, Naruto didn't hesitate. He shattered the branch beneath his feet and shot downward like a meteor, cloak of golden chakra erupting silently around him. The masked man's head jerked up, too late. Naruto's knee slammed into his jaw, cracking the mask open. The impact launched the man into a boulder, shattering it like paper. Minato spun instantly, kunai drawn, eyes sharp. Who's there? Naruto landed lightly, not even panting. Just someone who refuses to let the future be stolen. Minato didn't lower his kunai. Of course he didn't. Naruto couldn't blame him. He was a glowing, unidentified shinobi who just attacked someone without explanation. But Minato's eyes flickered to the enemy in the rubble. That man, he wasn't from Konoha. And his chakra, it felt wrong. Naruto nodded, stepping forward. He was here for you. Minato stiffened, shock flashing across his face. Naruto continued, voice calm but heavy with the truth Minato didn't know yet. Some events are meant to shape the future. Some threats arrive sooner than anyone realizes. Minato opened his mouth to question him. But the masked man rose again, half his mask crumbling away to reveal pale, cracked skin and a smile that was entirely inhuman. So, the anomaly interferes. His voice was a hiss, ancient and distorted as if speaking through multiple layers of reality. Naruto instantly positioned himself between Minato and the attacker. Stay back. Minato didn't listen. He stepped forward too, kunai in hand, his chakra flaring with the first signs of the flying Raijin. Who are you? What do you want from me? The man tilted his head. Not you. Not exactly. His cracked lips curled. The child you are meant to protect. The one this creature behind you is trying to change. Quote. Naruto froze. Minato's eyes widened. Child. Naruto didn't let the masked man speak another word. Kurama's chakra surged violently through him as he raised his hand. Rasengan. But the masked man didn't even try to dodge. He dissolved, his body turning into black ash, whisked away by a gust of chakra wind. His final whisper echoed around them. Time cannot escape consequence. Then he was gone. Minato turned toward Naruto, eyes sharp, confused, wounded. What child was he talking about? Who are you really? Naruto swallowed. His throat tightened. This was the moment he feared, the moment he had to either lie or face the truth. He stepped back, pulling the cloak of chakra close until it dimmed. He wanted Minato to see him, not the power. My name. He took a breath. Is Uzumaki Naruto? Minato flinched. His eyes darted to the whisker marks. The bright hair, the blue eyes. Recognition hit him harder than any jutsu. But Naruto didn't let the silence settle. I'm from the future. Your future. His voice trembled. And I came here because you're supposed to die. Minato's breath hitched. He looked away, then stepped closer, his expression firm but trembling at the edges. And you came, to stop it. Naruto felt his throat burn. Yes. Minato didn't speak for a long moment. He simply studied Naruto's face like he was memorizing every line. Then he whispered, voice softer than Naruto had ever heard. Thank you. Naruto nearly broke, but Minato straightened suddenly, his shinobi instincts flaring. If that masked man knew about your arrival, and he wasn't from this timeline, then others might be coming. Quote. Naruto nodded. They will. Minato reached out, hesitated, and then placed his hand on Naruto's shoulder, firm and steady. Then we prepare. Together. Naruto felt the future shift. A world where Minato lived. A world where father and son trained as one. A world where destiny could finally be rewritten. And in that moment, the forest around them seemed to breathe differently, as if time itself was acknowledging a new path. A path Naruto would walk no matter the cost. The forest around them was quiet, but Naruto could feel it, an unnatural stillness, the kind that came only when fate itself held its breath. Minato stood beside him, posture relaxed but ready to strike at any moment. Even without knowing the full truth, even with the shock of discovering Naruto's identity burning inside him, Minato was thinking like a Hokage already. Naruto had seen this confidence in the future, flashes of Minato fighting the masked man during the Nine Tails attack. But standing here, next to a living, breathing Minato Namikaze, the contrast was overwhelming. He was younger, sharper, hungrier. Not the calm, approaching death acceptance Naruto remembered from the flashbacks. This Minato was still in his prime. And Naruto had brought a war with him. Minato broke the silence first. We need to move. If our enemy knows you're here, others will come. Naruto nodded. I know, but as they turned, Minato suddenly stopped and looked at Naruto, really looked at him. His gaze softened, the calculating shinobi fading for just a heartbeat. Before we go, how much danger is my wife in? Quote. Naruto froze. Mom. Kushina's face flashed in his mind, fiery hair, fierce grin, that signature Uzumaki punch. He exhaled slowly. She's not in danger yet. Minato's shoulders loosened. But she will be. Quote. And they tensed all over again. Naruto continued, voice tight with memories of a night he had lived and died inside over and over. The Nine Tails, it wasn't an accident. Someone controlled it. Minato swallowed, jaw tightening. The same person. Naruto hesitated. No, someone stronger. Someone you'll be fighting soon. Minato nodded, absorbing every word with deadly seriousness. Despite the fear twisting Naruto's stomach, it felt right. Like telling Minato the truth wasn't changing destiny, it was correcting it. But time wasn't waiting. Minato gestured. Come, there's a safe place where we can talk. They moved through the forest, Minato barely touching the ground, vanishing in blurs of yellow as his markers glowed along the path. Naruto kept pace easily, though he forced himself not to teleport behind his father. Minato needed time to adjust, to trust him. As they approached a small clearing with an old training post, Minato raised a hand. Naruto felt the seal before he saw it, intricate, dense, layered with barrier formulas and sensory triggers. It was one of Minato's first prototypes, the ancestors of the seals he'd eventually use for the village. Naruto stepped inside. Minato followed and released a breath. Good. No one tailed us. Naruto looked around. This is your hideout. Minato scratched his cheek shyly. Technically it's a secret backup training spot. Kushina calls it my nerd cave. Naruto laughed, a real laugh, and Minato blinked, surprised by how familiar the sound felt. Inside the clearing, Minato created a small barrier bubble, glowing faintly. Soundproof. No one can eavesdrop. Naruto sat cross-legged. Minato sat opposite him. For a moment, they watched each other, father and son separated by 2 decades and a lifetime of missed memories. Minato's voice was gentle. Tell me everything. Naruto didn't know where to begin. The war, Obito, pain, the Akatsuki, Kurama, his own childhood, his own loneliness. He started with the truth that mattered most. You're a hero in my time. Quote. Minato blinked, stunned silent. You saved the village. Everyone respects you. They talk about you like you were a legend. Minato lowered his gaze. I didn't get to see it. Naruto swallowed. Because you died protecting me. Quote. Minato's breath hitched. So it was true, I did. Naruto nodded. You sealed half of Kurama into me and the other half into yourself, then you died. And Mom, he couldn't finish. Minato clenched his fists, face pale. I'm sorry. Naruto whispered it before he realized the words were coming out. You both deserved better. And I grew up alone. Everyone hated me for holding the 9 tails. Minato's hands shook. Naruto continued, voice softer. I don't blame you, either of you. You saved the world that night. You saved me. Minato looked up again, eyes shimmering, not crying, not breaking, but absorbing the weight of two futures at once. Then his face hardened, not with anger, but with a resolve so intense Naruto felt it in his bones. That future won't happen again. Minato straightened. I won't let my son grow up without us. Naruto looked away, blinking. That's why I'm here. Minato placed a hand over his own heart. Naruto, thank you. Quote. But before Naruto could respond, the barrier around them flickered violently. Minato shot to his feet. Someone found us. Naruto extended his senses, and felt it. 4 signatures. Powerful. Coordinated. None from Konoha. Minato cursed quietly. A squad. Already. Naruto's instincts screamed. These aren't normal shinobi. They're hunters. The barrier shattered. 4 masked figures burst through the trees, moving like ghosts. No sound, no chakra trail, no hesitation. Minato moved instantly, 3 kunai flying in precise arcs. Naruto recognized their movements. They weren't just hunters. They were from the future. Or something close. The gear was advanced. Their chakra signatures were corrupted, like they existed halfway in and out of the timeline. One of them spoke, voice dull and warped. Target identified. Anomaly detected. Eliminate Namikaze Minato. Capture the time-displaced variable. Naruto growled. Over my dead body. Minato's hand glowed with the flying Raijin mark as he teleported behind the first attacker. But the man twisted unnaturally mid-air, intercepting Minato's strike with a pulse of chakra that warped the space around him. Minato stumbled backward, shocked. That wasn't natural. Naruto roared as golden chakra flared around him. Kurama mode ignited, the flames roaring taller than the trees. The enemies paused, hesitating for the first time. Naruto stepped forward, voice dripping with fury. You came into the wrong timeline. He vanished, reappearing above the second attacker, slamming a Rasengan into the ground. The shockwave tore the earth apart, sending trees flying. Minato teleported beside him. Naruto grinned. Minato grinned back, a mirrored, perfect reflection of father and son fighting as one for the first time. Minato whispered, ready. Naruto answered, let's rewrite fate. And together, they charged into a battle that would decide the future of 2 timelines. The ground split under the force of Naruto and Minato's combined assault. 2 golden blurs, one burning with Kurama's chakra, one flickering with the sharp precision of flying Raijin, collided against 4 masked enemies who fought like they were forged outside normal reality. The forest wasn't quiet anymore. It shook. Every impact was a message to the universe itself. Fate will not decide this battle. Naruto and Minato will. Naruto lunged at the nearest enemy, Kurama's claws forming around his hands. The masked figure responded by twisting space again, bending reality just enough that Naruto's blow passed through an afterimage. Naruto skidded back. They can shift dimensions, a little. Minato appeared beside him. They're not normal shinobi. They're interfering with space-time on a level I've never seen. The masked figure's voice distorted. Designation, ANOMALY01. Time Fracture Bearer. Threat level, catastrophic. Quote, Naruto cracked his knuckles. Catastrophic. I'll show you catastrophic. He slammed his hands together and unleashed a shockwave of golden chakra, shaking the very branches, Kurama's roar echoing like thunder. But the enemy leader raised a hand, and the chakra wave split in half, sliding harmlessly around him. Naruto blinked. What the? Minato didn't wait. He teleported behind the leader, kunai aimed at the neck. But the enemy didn't turn. Didn't dodge. He simply flickered, and Minato's kunai sliced through empty air. Then the world rippled like water, and Minato staggered. Naruto caught him. Dad. Minato steadied himself. They're disrupting the dimensional field around them. This level of manipulation, it's far beyond anything I've seen. Naruto gritted his teeth. You're telling me these punks are better at space-time than the Yellow Flash and the future Nine-Tails Jinchuriki? No chance. Kurama's voice echoed in Naruto's mind. Kit, focus. They're not stronger, they're unnatural. Beasts made of tampered timelines. But they bleed. All things bleed. Naruto grinned. That's enough for me. Quote, the enemy squad spread out, formation shifting into a perfect diamond. Each one lifted a hand, and the space around them darkened, chakra twisting into spirals. Minato's eyes widened. Naruto, those are temporal anchors. If they activate them, Naruto understood immediately. They'll erase us from this timeline. All four enemies spoke in unison. Initialized dimensional purge. Time slowed. The spirals expanded. Naruto's heart pounded once, and Minato made his move. He slammed both hands onto Naruto's back. Naruto, channel your chakra into me. Naruto didn't question. He poured golden energy into Minato, sparks crackling like lightning. Minato shouted, "Flying Raijin, grand phase shift." A golden dome exploded outward, hitting all four temporal anchors, and shattering their spirals like glass. Naruto blinked. That wasn't in any scroll. Quote, Minato smirked. Because I never invented it in your timeline. Naruto's eyes widened. Are you saying? Yes, Minato said calmly. Your presence, your chakra, it's giving me ideas. Naruto felt his blood run hot with excitement. Not only was he saving his parents, he was changing Minato's growth. Upgrading the future Yellow Flash. But the four enemies weren't done. The leader stepped forward, cloak fluttering unnaturally. Recalibrating purge sequence. Adjusting threat prioritization. New directive, terminate both anomalies. His mask cracked, revealing nothing below, just swirling black emptiness. Naruto shouted, Minato, behind you. Three enemies rushed Minato with synchronized precision. Naruto's chakra exploded. He teleported, yes, teleported, with pure Kurama power. Even without a mark, he intercepted all three enemies with a tidal wave of golden chakra. The shockwave blasted through the forest, trees uprooted, earth thrown back, the air sizzling with heat. But the leader was already on top of Minato. Minato threw a kunai, teleported, appeared behind him, and the leader twisted time again, shoving Minato backward with an invisible force. Minato rolled, flipping twice before landing beside Naruto. Breathing hard, Naruto said, "These guys are annoying." Minato nodded. "We need to isolate them. If we fight them as a group, their time sink makes them unstoppable." Naruto grinned. "Then let's break their formation." Quote, Minato held up a hand. His seal glowed. Naruto recognized it instantly. "That's one of your seals," Minato finished. "Your chakra taught me how to stabilize it." He slammed his palm to the ground. Flying Raijin, dimensional scatter. Space itself split, not violently, more like a curtain opening in four directions. Each enemy was dragged into a separate mirrored dimension, one-on-one battlefields. Naruto's jaw dropped. "You just made 4 mini-dimensions." Minato smiled breathlessly. "It's only temporary, but it divides them." The enemies screamed in rage as the rift swallowed them. Minato grabbed Naruto's shoulder. "You take the strongest one." Naruto pointed. "Which one's that?" Minato hesitated. "The one that's staring directly at you through the rift." Naruto turned. The leader was glaring at him through the dimensional crack, unmoving, unblinking. Naruto grinned. "Good. I like the tough ones." It felt almost like destiny whispering through the trees as Naruto stepped through the rift, entering a pocket world where time bent like paper and reality shimmered with unstable edges. The leader's voice echoed from every direction. "Welcome, anomaly. Here, only one of us leaves alive." Naruto cracked his neck. Kurama's chakra roared behind him like a golden storm. "Yeah," Naruto smirked. "Then I guess I'm rewriting your ending." They charged at each other. Minato fighting 3 assassins in collapsing dimensions. Naruto facing the nightmare of spacetime itself. And in that moment, father and son fought not just for survival, but to protect the timeline Naruto never got to have. The village is quiet, but the training ground is alive with motion. Minato Namikaze is fast, so fast that even the leaves seem confused about which direction to fall. His form flickers, blurs, vanishes, reappears. Naruto watches from a few meters away, inhaling slowly, grounding himself. This is my father, before he became Hokage, before everything fell apart. But Minato isn't smiling today. He's serious, focused, and watching Naruto with a gaze sharp enough to slice through steel. "Shin," Minato says, stepping forward, yesterday you used a technique that shouldn't be possible for someone your age. Who exactly trained you? Naruto smiles beneath the cloak's shadow. A man who really loved this village, Naruto answers softly. A man you would have admired. Minato's brows lower slightly. Then I hope you'll show me more of what he taught you. Quote, Naruto nods. Just try to keep up, sensei. A spark ignites between them. And then, they move. The clash begins. Minato blurs forward with such precision that even Naruto, trained by Jiraiya, Kakashi, Killer Bee, Kurama, and years of war, has to shift instantly. Naruto leaps back, swirling wind chakra around him. Minato sees it and instantly calculates 10 counters. He launches a kunai, clean, straight, aimed for Naruto's blind spot. Naruto smiles. Dad, you're underestimating me. Naruto steps sideways in midair, using wind chakra as footing, a technique he developed during the war. Minato's eyes widen. That form of aerial movement. Naruto appears behind him. One more lesson, Naruto whispers. Wind chakra compresses around his palm, not a Rasengan, but the foundation of something bigger. Minato reacts instantly and twists, blocking with a kunai wrapped in chakra. The impact shakes dust off the trees. For a moment, their eyes meet. Father and son, neither knowing the truth, yet both feeling the strange connection. Minato's internal thoughts. This kid, he fights like me. No. Like someone who has lived through a battlefield. Who is he? Why does it feel like I've known him forever? Minato pushes forward with a sudden burst of speed, palm forming a Rasengan. Naruto almost laughs. Really, you're gonna use that already? He forms his own, a perfect Rasengan, stable and glowing. Minato freezes. That rotation, that stability, that's not something you learn easily. Naruto shrugs. I had good teachers. Their Rasengans collide, blue spiraling storms grinding against each other until boom, a shockwave tears through the ground, splitting earth like a scar. Both men flip back, landing softly. Minato is breathing a little harder. Naruto isn't. And Minato notices. Your chakra, it's overwhelming. Are you from some advanced clan in the future? Naruto's heart tightens. He can't say he's an Uzumaki. He can't say he's Minato's son. He can't say that the future is a graveyard built on mistakes Minato never lived to see. So he answers, I'm from a future where Konoha pays a terrible price. I came back to stop that. Minato steps closer. What kind of price? Naruto's voice softens. A price you shouldn't have to pay. Quote, the silence between them thickens. Minato speaks carefully, if you really came to save the village, then let me help you. Let me fight beside you. Naruto looks away, because the one person he cannot allow to fight beside him is Minato Namikaze, who died protecting this village once already. I'm sorry, Naruto whispers. That's the one thing I can't let happen. The first ripple in time. A rustling sound interrupts them. Anbu drop from the tree line, masked, silent, surrounding them. And the one leading them is Danzo Shimura. Minato stiffens. Danzo, what are you doing here? Danzo's single eye narrows at Naruto. The boy, his chakra is unlike anything we have ever recorded. You're hiding something. Quote, Naruto clenches his fist. Danzo steps forward. Minato, leave. I will interrogate him alone. Minato moves in front of Naruto instantly. No, he's under my protection. Danzo's voice turns colder. You are not Hokage yet. Naruto steps forward, his tone icy. And you're still a snake, even in this timeline. Danzo freezes. Anbu grip their weapons. Minato whispers, Shin, don't provoke him. But Naruto has already decided. Danzo cannot be allowed to take even one step toward changing this timeline in the wrong direction. He raises his hand. Chakra swirls. Wind pressure surges outward like a rolling storm. Try touching me, Naruto challenges, and history will change in ways you won't like. Danzo's mask shifts slightly, annoyance, fear, calculation. Minato's hand lowers gently onto Naruto's shoulder. Let me handle this. Naruto hesitates, then nods. Minato steps forward, voice calm but cutting. Danzo, He's my student. And until you show me a law that says otherwise, you don't command him. Danzo's eye flickers with restrained fury. This isn't over. He vanishes into the trees, Anbu following behind. Minato exhales slowly. You just made a powerful enemy. Naruto smirks. He made himself one a long time ago. Night. Naruto's thoughts. On a rooftop high above Konoha, Naruto kneels, looking down at the village lights. I changed the timeline today. Dad protected me. Danzo is suspicious. Minato is getting closer to the truth. And in the distance, something else stirs in the timeline. A faint, rippling distortion. A presence Naruto recognizes with a shiver. Obito. He's coming earlier than before. Naruto stands. I'm ready. A cold wind sweeps across the rooftops of Konoha. Naruto stands alone beneath the moon, cloak fluttering, staring into the distance where a strange disto Artian ripples the air like heat waves. He feels it before it fully forms. Chakra twisted with hatred. A presence that reeks of war, pain, and masked darkness. Obito Uchiha. Earlier than the original timeline. Earlier than anyone could have predicted. Naruto narrows his eyes. So you're here, already. The air cracks open like shattered glass. A swirling vortex of Kamui appears. And from that void steps a masked figure, orange spiral mask, single Sharingan glowing like blood in the dark. Obito tilts his head. You don't belong here. Naruto smiles faintly. I could say the same. Obito scans him, chakra probing the air. Your chakra feels like the Nine Tails. But you're not a Jinchuriki of this era. Who are you? Naruto lifts his chin slightly. A ghost of the future. Obito's eye sharpens. You're interfering with the plan. Naruto steps forward. Your plan won't work. Not this time. Obito pauses, truly confused now. You speak as if you've fought me before. Naruto doesn't answer. He simply lets a swirl of golden chakra crackle around his feet, just enough for Obito to sense a terrifying, world-shaking potential. Obito clenches his fist. So be it. I'll adjust the plan. He begins stepping back into the Kamui portal. Naruto braces, preparing to chase. But Obito points a finger at him. You only delayed the inevitable. Your presence here will accelerate everything. Naruto's eyes widen. What? Obito's last words echo like a curse. The fourth Hokage will die sooner. And with that, Obito vanishes. The portal snaps shut. The rooftop goes silent. Naruto stands frozen, heart pounding. Dad. Minato arrives. A flurry of yellow light fills the rooftop. Minato appears instantly, kunai in hand, breathing lightly from teleportation. Shin. I sensed a distortion. What happened? Naruto turns toward him slowly. He sees his father's younger face. The warmth, the determination, and the future fragments in his mind. Naruto clenches his fist. An enemy appeared, someone who shouldn't be here yet. Minato studies him closely. This has something to do with the future, doesn't it? Naruto looks away. Silence falls. Minato approaches him gently. Shin, if there's something coming for Konoha, I need to know. I want to protect this village. I want to protect you too. Naruto's breath catches for a moment. He almost speaks the truth. Almost says, you're my father. Quote, but the timeline is already shaking. Obito's arrival proved that. So Naruto simply whispers, I'll save you, no matter what it takes. Minato blinks, confused. Save me. Naruto steps back, cloak fluttering as he prepares to disappear. When the time comes, don't hesitate. Trust your instincts. Minato takes a step forward. Wait, Shin. But Naruto is already gone. A swirl of wind chakra bursts outward. And Naruto vanishes from the rooftop, leaving Minato alone under the moonlight. Minato stares into the sky, eyes troubled. Who are you really, Shin, and why does it feel like losing you would break something inside me? Naruto's resolve. On another rooftop, Naruto lands silently, clutching his chest. Obito's warning echoes endlessly in his mind. The fourth Hokage will die sooner. Naruto wipes his eyes, jaw tightening. No. His chakra flares, lighting the darkness with raw gold. I didn't come back to watch him die again. Quote, he looks toward the Hokage monument with burning determination. I'm going to rewrite everything. He pulls up his hood. And this time, no one will stop me. Thank you.